Hello and welcome to another episode of Brothers in Orange and Blue. I'm your producer, host, and brother Zachary Smouse, and with me is my brother Duke Boynton and Terry Rattle.
Hey, that's me. How you doing, guys?
Good. Terry, how the hell are you?
It's still cold.
Yes, it is.
It is still cold. It's still and
cold.
yeah.
Yes.
It's way too cold. Just hold on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Zach started too soon. It's all his fault.
It's all Zach's fault.
Okay. Get into that.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely. Like, share, subscribe.
Getting emotions down, Terry.
Practice. Yeah. So yeah, obvious question: would you be okay trading Locke and Miller?
The question of the day.
I think it'd be a pretty shitty thing to do to Von Miller, a guy who wanted to spend his career with the Broncos, send him to an organization like that.
Oh yeah, that would be so shitty.
Like,
no, thank you.
My answer is hell freaking no.
Hell freaking no. Straight from the horse's mouth. Why? The question that I ask is why? Is Watson really that good? Does anybody really have a handle on how good Watson is? Okay, he put up really good numbers last year. I get it. And he played on a sucky Houston. But yeah. Case Keenum put up really great numbers in Minnesota as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to bite that bullet too.
Yeah. So are we throwing all of our damn chips in on one player that we're not 100% sure is really that good?
Wow.
If it was up to me, hell no. Like Zach would say, hell frickin' no.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if Peyton thinks that, you know, if you think a guy like Drew Lock can eventually become like a top 10, top 15 quarterback, you don't make that trade.
Right.
Like, well, especially if he gets, you know, like if you think he could be a top 10, say.
Love you, Zach. Yeah, got to put it out there. And does anybody have any clue how good Watson really is?
Well, and like, how many of those yards were after they were already getting blown out?
Garbage yards?
Yeah, like garbage time yards. I didn't watch a lot of Texans games, so I couldn't tell you.
No, me neither.
Right? There's not a lot on up here. I know it could be kind of like Dak Prescott in Dallas. Right? He's getting garbage time yards when they're already down 30-3.
Right.
And the defense is just, you know, nothing deep, nothing cheap, right?
Yeah. But let me ask you this. Is Watson worth that big old $500 million contract that Mahomes got?
No.
Because if you're selling the farm that everybody's talking about Denver doing to get Watson, you're going to have to pay him Mahomes money.
Well, he already signed the extension, right?
Right.
So we'd have to like take on a lot of money, which I can't see us doing. I not for one position. For one, like you wouldn't, even if we were able to keep a guy like Sutton or Judy, we wouldn't be able to extend him because of Watson.
Right.
Right. Like,
Makes
and
sense.
I don't think Drew Lock has to make a spectacular leap either.
But he has to make a leap.
He has to make progress, obviously, but
Right.
I think even just, like everybody sees him as a one read quarterback.
Right.
If he can turn into a 2-read quarterback this year, 2-read plus your check down,
Right.
that's an improvement.
Right.
What's up, Zach?
My question for you guys is, if we do get Watson, how many years does it set us back?
It depends. It depends how good the scouts and Peyton are at, like he said, like practice squad coaches, undrafted free agents. You'd have to focus all your area on that, because even if you do have a first round pick, you probably can't afford to pay him or extend him anyways.
Right.
Kind of the philosophy that the Rams went on the last couple of years.
Right. No first round picks ever. 3 years in a draft stack, is what Big E's saying. If not more. There's been a couple of reports that it could cost him 4. I'm not. I'm not buying it.
Well, 4 first round equivalents, right? So it could be 2 first rounders, Bradley Chubb and Jerry Jeudy.
Right.
Nah.
No. And what happens if we what happens when we give up that capital and everything goes away to Houston like that, and Watson turns out to be a piece of shit quarterback? Then we're just effed all the way around.
Yeah. John coming in. He makes too much money, plus you got to give up the farm for him. Just look what happened to Green Bay when they had to pay Rodgers. Green Bay, in fairness to that, they could have drafted a receiver in the first or second round after they paid Rodgers. That probably would have helped them out a little bit. But yeah, Minnesota paying Kirk Cousins. Seahawks paying Russell Wilson, I don't think is that bad of a deal right now, looking at it.
We're comparing everything off of Mahomes' contract.
I have yet to dive into the actual, but somehow a $500 million contract is team friendly.
How?
We either need to get that guy who figured that contract out working for us, or just,
Right. How many pages are in that contract? Is that like a House bill getting introduced to Congress? It's like 1,600
it must
pages.
be.
You have to sign up first to know what's in it.
Well, and they're a cash-rich organization, but holy crap, they signed every one of their core guys, including their quarterback.
Exactly.
That's why we need James on here. JC up here, he can explain all that shit.
James would have broken it down to us by now. Conflict of interest. Go figure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think,
like I said, I think three is the highest amount of concurrent first round picks you can give up in any deal. 3 first round picks. So yeah. But get all those seconds.
Yeah. So it brings us back to our first question. Would you be okay trading Locke and Miller for Watson? No.
No, Miller needs to retire a Bronco.
And walk off into the sunset like John Elway did.
Hopefully with another Super Bowl.
That would be It's going to happen. We're going 19-0 next year, so
Well, yeah, I keep forgetting about that, Duke. You're gonna have to
come on.
just put a reminder on my phone and say Broncos.
Don't fucking forget that we're going 19-0 next year. Man, come on. Still proven otherwise.
Yep.
Zach have the hand ready until proven otherwise.
It's an idea for next show too. Just stream it on the bottom. 19-0 until proven it.
Put it as our ticker. Well, like Steven Crowder, prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't even know if I like Watson, to be honest with you.
Like I said, yeah, it's like how many empty calorie yards did he have?
Right.
And like I said, they won the AFC South a couple of years in a row, but he was the best quarterback in the division.
Right.
Against Jacoby Brissett, Blake Bortles, I think, was still in Jacksonville, or Mike Glennon or somebody. And
right.
Yeah.
Miller is my flipping boy. He got drafted the year I graduated.
Nice.
Yeah, see?
So he got drafted last year?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, now.
Hold on. I got something in my eye here. I just got to get this out of my eye.
Flock of these are flying around my shop. Damn young kids nowadays.
Definitely not.
John jumping in. Best defense needs a revamp of young players in this draft. Just look at what Vic Fangio did this year with the AFF players in the secondary. Yeah, I agree. Our secondary is going to be the first thing that needs to be boosted up. You gotta make our secondary better. Draft, free agency. I don't give a shit at this point. Just make our our cornerback section better, our secondary better.
Just depth too. Like not necessarily, like I'm sure that they'll probably get a guy 6th, 7th round or undrafted, and hope he can push for, if he pushes for a roster spot, he makes a team.
Right.
So be it. Hopefully, Ojemudia can take a step forward.
Right.
Which is possible. I mean, he's one of the big dudes that's kind of, maybe a little bit less aggressive. Richard Sherman, he's that big dude. He can move pretty good, because Sherman could cover back in his prime.
Right.
And yeah, if they can get a step up, if Bryce Callahan stays the same way, Ojemudia takes a step forward, Bosby can maybe take a few little baby steps. Right. Get in the lineup a little bit more. We don't have to use Will Parks at slot corner.
Right.
Even though he's capable, but he's a good player. But the biggest thing to look at what he's doing with the Texans, he's pushing his way out. Yeah, you have a point there too, John. Say we get decimated with injuries and we suck. Even though, is he going to want back out? He's going to want out of Denver. Especially if he didn't like the way things were going with Houston, why did he sign that big extension? Like the one point brought up was like, it's not like Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell didn't have a contract. He just refused to sign his franchise tag. So Bell sat out. The team couldn't penalize him. What was in his bank account was in his bank account. Nobody could touch that. Right now, if Watson decides to sit out, what's in his bank account might not be there by the end of the year. Because they're going to fine him for missing OTAs. They're going to want his bonus back, which is huge. So I don't know if you caught that last one, Duke, before you had to take off there.
Sorry about that.
Well, no, John was saying that, like Watson's forcing his way out of Houston now.
And he is.
What guarantees are there that in 2 years, like I said, like this year.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they've been in the playoffs, like I think his first 3 years, and then this year they stink, and he wants out. Right. So say we get him, we have a good year next year, we make the playoffs, maybe win a game, and then the year after everybody gets injured again and we sink. Does he want out?
Right. One player comes to mind with that, Antonio Brown.
Yeah. Well, he didn't even know if the Raiders stunk or not. He wanted out of there.
And the Raiders got screwed out of a lot of deals because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm okay with. So AB went up a couple points in my
Yeah.
What better team to do that to than the Raiders? F the Raiders. So
John does have a point, like Sutton would be, 9-10 touchdowns. Maybe not 1,500 yards, but maybe by getting other guys open too. Like Sutton will get like 1,200 yards, and because he's drawn double coverage, a couple other guys will get an extra 150, 200 yards in the season probably.
And we're banking on Sutton staying healthy.
Well, you got to bank on everybody staying healthy, really.
After this last year, I'm not banking on people staying healthy in Denver anymore. Not until we get rid of somebody.
Yeah.
I'm letting Zach bring up that name.
I think we all know who it is.
Zach laughing. He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Cough, Lando, cough, cough.
Fat Dano. Good preaching Lando to be gone for a long time now.
Well, yeah. What it was like, so if we do pick Watson, what do we give up?
Everything. Including my firstborn child.
I think, depending on what we'd be able to keep, we might be in a Super Bowl window very briefly, but our long-term Super Bowl window is unless they do a hell of a job drafting the next couple of years.
Right.
Our immediate future would be, I think, okay, but our long-term future would be it would, I think,
it's not worth
suffer. No, I mean, because really, are we getting that much of an upgrade with Watson over Locke?
We don't know. Who knows?
Like, you know, yeah, Watson had a couple of big games, but like I said, they're in a weak division.
Right. And give me a year without COVID before we could actually make that statement.
Yeah.
You know, it's entirely unfair. It was a shit hand that these players got dealt this year,
Oh, absolutely.
or did last year, and it's looking like this year is going to turn out to be the same thing. Even though we have a vaccine, you know, I just
Do you think if all this shit rolled around earlier last year, would we have gotten rid of Scangarello? Because remember, they got rid of Scangarello, hired Shermer, and then boom, it was all no OTAs. It was right when they did that.
right.
So they hired Pat Shermer, banking on having OTAs, mini camp, training camp, all that stuff, right?
Right.
That's when they hired him.
Yeah.
So, come on, John. Yeah, let's trade him for Jimmy Garoppolo. That's the solution. Like
Yeah, John's putting up there. You put Drew Lock with Kyle Shanahan, and you got a top 5 quarterback.
well,
There's a lot to be said about that, though. There could be some truth there.
who knows what he's capable really of under Pat Shermer? Still the West Coast offense, even though
You mean Coach
Shanahan's
Vanilla? No, Pat he had a few good moments last year, but he runs such a vanilla offense that Dairy Queen got rid of him.
At least Dairy Queen does a chocolate dip, man.
He wouldn't even do a chocolate dip when the chocolate dip was necessary.
Yeah.
You know? What on earth was Shermer thinking half the time? I mean, and Vic Fangio, let's not count out these intangibles that happened in Denver. Vic Fangio wanted that number 9 pick, not the number 10 pick. That's why he called a timeout and gave the game to Oakland or to Las Vegas. So there's no beating around the bush with this one. I'm not a big fan of our coaching staff right now at all.
Oh, it's Fangio's probably going to learn. Hopefully,
He's had 2 years now. Come on. That word probably is the worst word ever. If you're in a serious relationship with a girl and you get down on your knee and you have a ring in your hand and you ask her to marry you and she says probably, how do you feel now? Oh, probably.
Good point.
Okay.
Very good point, bro.
I'm sorry. Probably doesn't cut it for me. I want cut and dry.
Yeah.
And he's made a pretty good statement that he doesn't know how to use timeouts appropriately. He probably does.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, time management, and it's usually the special teams coach who's the biggest on time management.
It's supposed to be.
And
but we don't have
who have we wanted to get rid of for a year and a half?
Our special teams, they go out there and they do their best because they're coachless right now.
Yeah, but that coach is supposed to usually. That's why so many special teams coaches become head coaches, because they're more involved in like the time management aspect of the game, right?
Right. Maybe. Probably.
Think about what? Need to get your ass on here, John. Then you can talk about it, not think about it.
I've preached that to him for a long time. He is stubborn as a frickin' mule. I could be there with a gun to his head, tell him to get on the pod, and he'll tell me to pull the trigger. So it's just hop on, dude.
He's talking about Fangio with timeouts.
Oh, yeah.
I could think about it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, he's kind of he saves them for his naps when he's watching tape after the game. You can take a timeout now.
Oh, where Duke was talking about a girl, woman marrying them. Okay,
Yeah,
now
think about it. Yeah.
John, you chuckled. I know you laughed. Things could be worse in Denver, though. I mean, at this point in time, I really feel the one person I feel real sorry for is Drew Lock. And because everybody's talking about replacing him, and he's like, man, I'm right there. Give me a bit.
Well, I'm here. He got his own teammate. He got his own teammates going, and like.
Yeah. I mean, come on. And there's no guarantee that Watson will be better. Matter of fact, he could go the opposite.
Yeah. He might suck. He might even be, I'm not going to say suck, but he might not even be as good as Drew Lock was under Shermer in his first year.
I agree.
You don't know.
I agree. And that's the problem, is that we don't know. And neither, I think if Denver really wanted Watson, I think we would have had him by now.
Yeah.
I mean, there was an article that was like I posted on the Brothers chat about a week or so, 3 days ago. And this guy made a really cool pitch about, if Watson wants to win a championship, he needs to come to Denver. And because we have the pieces as a team to make a championship team happen. We have, and I'm talking players. I'm not talking coaches. They're going to have to prove a lot more to me than what Drew Lock has to prove to me at this point in time. And John coming in, a lot of that is Kareem Jackson just trying to save his job because he knows he's going to be cut.
Well, either that or he's going to be a part of the trade that brings Watson here.
He's going to follow Watson to whatever team he goes to. I'm sorry, with Drew Lock as quarterback, and you're a veteran and you're a leader, you go into that locker room and you tell Drew Lock, you're our quarterback until proven otherwise. You don't go out there and make a GD pitch for another quarterback.
Yeah.
Back your players. And these people are all about the money. I'm pretty sure Kareem Jackson had a backroom talk with Watson and said, hey, look, if I get you here in Denver, cut me a $20 million check.
It probably wouldn't be that much. Buy my mom a car would probably be the better, better bet.
All you could eat at freaking the Olive Garden. I don't know. I find it weird.
Jackson kinda disappointed me.
Not just kinda, Zach. He super disappointed me. What type of a shit player goes behind his quarterback's back and asks for another quarterback to come here?
Well, who else did that? Who else was doing that this year? Somebody else was doing that this year too. It was Jalen Ramsey, I think. If it wasn't him, I don't want to toss his name into the mud, but I'm pretty sure he made some kind of comment. I think it was about Watson as well. But that was before they got Stafford, right? Right. So I think after Houston saw what Detroit got, They're just like, oh, yeah, like we're just going to ask for everything.
Yeah, they're salivating at this point in time.
I mean, we were probably in the running for Watson before that trade happened, but after that trade happens, it's just like, that's too much.
Now, although
too much.
Hindsight's 2020, John Elway stepped up down at the most opportune time because he doesn't have to have his name dragged through the mud because of this Watson situation.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably saw it coming. He probably heard rumblings and like, oh man, I'm out of here, man.
Yeah, I don't want any part of this.
Peyton, you handle this, bro. I'll be sitting upstairs watching. Yeah, I'll answer the phone if I feel like it.
Right. By the way, if you screw the pooch, it's not on me. Ha ha.
Yeah.
John Elway is a genius. Either way, if it goes good or bad, Elway's up there saying, hey, I don't have anything to do with this anymore. You Bronco fans can get off my ass.
I only had 2 cents in the equation, not 10.
I just write the checks.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The big game.
It's not that big. It's more of a who gives a fuck game. I hate Kansas City, though, so. Whoever wants to roll with the picks first, I don't care.
I'm going to say whoever has the ball last wins 33-30.
It's actually a good score pick. But who's the team?
Whoever has the ball last.
You're betting on DraftKings now.
Yeah.
You got to pick a team.
I'm sure that's got to be a bet somewhere. I'd take that bet. Whoever has the ball last is going to win 33-30.
Pick a GD team, Terry.
Well, it depends who has the ball last. Okay, so if Tampa Bay, I hope Tampa Bay has the ball last. Let's put it that way. I hope they have the ball last, and it's going to be Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 33-30 over the Chiefs.
Okay, there we go.
They'll get the ball last.
But although, since you want to be a prophet now from the Bible, if the game comes down to whoever has the ball last and they win the game, you're still going to look like a freaking genius. So good job, Terry.
I think it's going to be. Like, what Super Bowl has Tom Brady played in that it hasn't been close?
Yeah. Oh, I know. However, if the first snap of the game, the ball goes over the quarterback's head, we know who's going to win.
Yeah, well, that would be obvious. Hopefully it's going over Mahomes' head.
Yeah,
and then he gets injured diving on the. He saves the ball from the safety. He saves the ball from the safety for the touchdown, but he gets injured diving on the ball at the 2-yard line. Then Tampa Bay is going to win like 40-20.
See?
But it's only if that happens.
Put it in DraftKings or whoever Chad says sponsors it. Sports betting. I don't bet.
No.
I lose.
No, I think they do Fred bets or something like that. Yeah, Fred bets.
I don't remember what they do.
Yeah.
But it's available in Colorado.
Yeah.
What's up, Zach?
It's a who gives a shit game. I'm picking Tampa Bay 33-30.
There you go.
Damn. So we got two 33-30s in favor of Tampa Bay, unless Terry's prediction comes out correct, and whoever has the ball last wins. That was a mouthful. Well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I hate Kansas City so much. I am definitely going for the Bucks, and I don't think it's going to be as close as everybody thinks it's going to be. I think that Kansas City is way overrated. I think the Raiders exploited them. I think that Bruce Arians has a chip on his shoulder because he's got Tom Brady on his side, and I think it's going to be a 13-point difference. I think it's going to be 30-3. Oh, that's like 20 points. I'll say 30-10.
That's
30-7. There it is. No, 35. I don't care.
so you're saying the Bucks are going to get 30-ish and the Chiefs
Yeah.
are going to get about 20-ish.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay.
I don't have the best score prediction because
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, Leftwich, Marshall.
yeah, I'm
Who
taking
went to
Tampa.
Marshall. Didn't Randy Moss go to Marshall?
I thought that was Rod Smith.
Rod Smith was.
I'm not a college player guy, so
No, neither am I.
Marshall sounds familiar. So, all right, guys, Super Bowl Sunday. What's on the meal menu? That's more important.
Whatever looks good, whatever's thought out.
Surprised you didn't say a steak, Terry. You always rub it in my
No,
face.
I had a steak.
Just
last
ribeye
night.
I'm cooking it.
I had a ribeye last night.
Nice.
Plus, the butcher shop's closed tomorrow, so I can't go get one.
Oh man, what the hell's wrong with your butcher?
Well,
Oh,
I go to Safeway and get one, but they're not as good.
no, not fresh.
Mm-mm.
I think I'm doing up hot wings, my cowboy hot wings. Mm-mm.
There we go.
Oh, these things are a thing of beauty. I mean, Gordon Ramsay is jealous of my hot wings. He told me so.
I probably honestly will just order something.
Pizza.
Yeah,
Pizza and
skip,
beer.
skip the dishes. I can get anything on there. So
Zach's having macaroni and cheese.
with bacon, crispy bacon.
Bacon. Crispy bacon, macaroni and cheese. I could throw that on the grill for you, dude. Mm.
Oh.
If anybody knows me, I'm a grill fanatic. Okay. Like badass grill fanatic.
There's no better way to cook things.
I make the best, most badass grilled, smoked macaroni and cheese anybody could eat. It's like restaurant worthy. It's so good. My family was asking me to bring it on for Christmas. Can you please bring your mac? Aren't you having a prime rib? We want your mac and cheese. Forget the prime rib. What's up, Zach?
Same old for me. I kinda don't want to watch it because it has my two hatred quarterbacks.
Zach, don't watch. We know what you will watch while we're watching the game.
Okay, well, I think we better wrap it up with that. We're getting a little bit off topic, but hey, love it.
Is that those are the Marshall players? Randy Moss, Chad Pennington, Brian Leftwich.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Thanks, John. Thanks for coming in and jumping in.
Yeah,
John,
man.
you're going to come on the pod. You're going to have your face on the pod. I triple dog dare you.
Yes, obviously. Like, share, subscribe. Okay, peeps.
Right.
Hey, peace out. Enjoy the game if you watch it tomorrow. Hopefully there's some good food going around.
And yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
That's right. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!